Welcome back. Today, we're diving into a powerful psychological tool that can transform your relationships instantly, the art of walking away. This strategy, when used effectively, increases attraction, reveals true feelings, and puts you in control. Walking away isn't about creating distance or playing games. It's about understanding the psychology of attraction and using it to bring out genuine feelings. In this episode, we are unpacking 7 ways that walking away can spark her interest, make her realize your value, and create a lasting impact. Watch until the end for some key insights that might just change the way you look at relationships. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your stories in the comments. Chapter 1. You become more challenging. There's an undeniable allure in someone who isn't easily won over, and this dynamic comes into play the moment you choose to walk away. Women are often drawn to a challenge, and when you make it clear that you won't be controlled or persuaded without reason, you send a message that you're not someone to be taken for granted. By stepping back, you communicate that your time and energy are valuable commodities and that only those who respect this will be allowed close. This not only adds to your appeal, but also shows her that you're not someone who will fall into the trap of being overly available or easy to read. You set yourself apart as someone who requires effort and respect, and this makes you infinitely more interesting. When you present yourself as a challenge, you disrupt her expectations. Many people become accustomed to constant validation and attention, which can lead to a sense of entitlement or complacency. By walking away, you introduce a new standard, signaling that if she wants to connect with you, she'll need to earn that privilege. The act of stepping back encourages her to reconsider her approach, compelling her to put in effort if she truly wants to win your attention. This dynamic creates an air of intrigue around you, sparking her curiosity and desire to understand what it is that makes you so unique. She'll begin to see you as a person of depth and integrity, someone who won't be swayed simply because they crave companionship. In psychology, the principle of scarcity highlights that people often desire what seems out of reach. By choosing to distance yourself, you instantly raise your perceived value. The Stoics understood this concept well, advocating for independence and emotional self-reliance as a way to remain free from others' control. Walking away reflects this inner strength and resilience, showing her that you don't need her approval to feel complete. Instead, you possess a grounded confidence that doesn't hinge on someone else's validation. This kind of presence is rare, and its rarity makes it all the more desirable. Additionally, stepping back can subtly challenge her ego. When you're no longer easily available, she may wonder why, sparking a desire to uncover your reasons. This curiosity can draw her in even further, as people are naturally intrigued by those they don't fully understand. It's not about playing mind games, but rather about protecting your peace and ensuring that any attention you give is truly earned. The more she notices that you're not bending over backward for her, the more she'll respect you for holding strong to your boundaries and values. In effect, by choosing not to be overly available, you also empower her to invest in the relationship should she decide that's what she wants. It allows her to engage from a position of interest rather than out of convenience or habit. When she has to work for your time and attention, she values it more, and this adds depth to the connection. A relationship that starts on these terms has a far stronger foundation because it's built on mutual respect and genuine interest. Ultimately, when you walk away, you're not just creating distance, you're establishing yourself as someone who is self-assured and not swayed by fleeting emotions. This form of quiet strength is appealing and inspiring. It challenges her to step up if she wants to be part of your life, and that challenge can be deeply attractive. You're no longer simply someone she enjoys being with, you're someone she realizes she wants to invest effort into keeping close. In choosing to walk away, you're making it clear that you're worth the chase. It's a message that resonates deeply, reinforcing that you won't settle for superficial attention. Instead, you're ready to wait for someone who is willing to show up fully and reciprocate the respect and effort you're offering. By becoming a challenge, you reveal yourself as a person of value, making her see you in a new, compelling light that's hard to ignore. Chapter 2: Absence makes the heart grow fonder. The saying "absence makes the heart grow fonder" is more than just a phrase, it's a psychological truth. When you're always around, it's easy for someone to grow accustomed to your presence, perhaps even to the point of taking it for granted. By stepping back and creating space, you offer her the chance to reflect on the significance of what you brought into her life. In your absence, she's left with the opportunity to miss you, to notice the unique qualities that once brightened her days, and to realize the depth of the connection she may be on the verge of losing. This period of distance can serve as a powerful catalyst, often intensifying her feelings for you as she begins to understand just how much you added to her life. When you're no longer part of her daily routine, a subtle emptiness can start to settle in. This void has a way of triggering memories of the comfort, joy, and security you provided. Those little things, your thoughtful listening, your sense of humor, or even just your presence, suddenly take on a heightened significance. She may find herself reminiscing over gestures she previously overlooked, and with each memory, a nostalgic pull toward you begins to grow. This experience can lead her to draw comparisons with others around her, often highlighting that the depth and connection she felt with you are difficult to replicate. These realizations have a way of cementing your value in her mind, and as time passes, her appreciation for you may deepen even further, casting you in a new and cherished light. Psychologically, humans are inclined to overlook what is readily available. We crave and place higher value on what is missing. When you're no longer accessible, her mind fills in the gaps with memories, often idealizing and focusing on the best aspects of your relationship. This effect is closely tied to Stoic principles, where philosophers like Seneca emphasized the value of gratitude and the role of loss in truly understanding what we have. Sometimes, it's only through absence that such appreciation can emerge. In this way, your absence acts as a mirror, reflecting back to her all the qualities she may have once taken for granted, making her realize the depth and positivity you brought into her life. This can turn even the most minor memories into poignant reminders, intensifying her feelings as she comprehends the full impact of your presence. Creating this space is also beneficial for you. Stepping back allows you to gain perspective on the relationship, offering a chance to assess what truly matters to you. Do her values, goals, and lifestyle align with yours? The Stoics believed that inner strength lies in self-contentment, and this detachment provides you with an opportunity to cultivate that strength. As you become more self-assured and less dependent on external validation, you naturally embody traits like confidence and independence, qualities that tend to draw people in rather than repel them. You're allowing her the chance to appreciate you, while also building a stronger foundation for your own happiness and sense of self-worth. This independence only adds to your appeal, as it shows her you're not afraid to stand on your own. Furthermore, this absence creates an atmosphere of intrigue and mystery. When you're not constantly available, she may find herself wondering about you, what you're doing, where you are, and who you might be with. This curiosity fosters a natural attraction, as her mind frequently returns to thoughts of you, wondering if you're missing her too. She may even begin to hope for a chance encounter or a message, longing for a reminder of the presence she once had easy access to. The effect of this psychological pull is powerful. By stepping back, you make your presence feel rarer and, therefore, more precious. Her anticipation to reconnect only makes each interaction with you more meaningful, heightening her appreciation and interest. As the days without you pass, she might start to realize that the memories of you aren't just pleasant moments in her mind, they're echoes of a connection she feels at her core. This realization brings her to see your value on a much deeper level. Walking away gives her the space to process her emotions without interference, leading her to see your worth more clearly. In the absence of your physical presence, she has the room to recognize that what you provided went beyond just companionship. It was a source of stability, support, and happiness. This space doesn't simply create longing, it fosters a new layer of respect and admiration that may not have been possible before. By taking this step back, you're letting her experience life without you, a powerful move that gives her the freedom to assess what she truly feels. This missing you phase is a profound emotional journey, one that can deepen her appreciation for everything you offered. It's not about manipulation or creating a sense of scarcity for the sake of it. Rather, it's about understanding the value of space and perspective in relationships. As she gains this clarity, both of you may come to see the connection in a fresh, more meaningful way. You're offering her a chance to realize, independently, the depth and value of what she once had, making each memory, each thought of you, all the more cherished. Chapter 3: Her True Feelings Show. Walking away can be one of the most insightful ways to uncover her genuine emotions. By choosing to step back, you remove any external pressure or expectations, giving her the space to reflect on her feelings without interference. This simple act of stepping away often becomes a defining moment. It provides her with the freedom to evaluate what you mean to her and what role she envisions for you in her life. If she genuinely values you, she will likely start to miss your presence and find ways to reconnect, putting in extra effort to bridge the gap that your absence created. However, if her interest was superficial or fleeting, her lack of response or initiative will reveal that she may not be invested in building something meaningful. In this sense, walking away becomes a mirror, reflecting her true level of commitment and offering you a clearer view of her intentions. This approach eliminates ambiguity, making it easier to discern where her heart truly lies. Walking away is powerful because it does away with the need for any games, mixed signals, or unclear intentions. By creating some distance, you're shifting the responsibility onto her to confront her emotions independently, without any influence from you. When you step away, you provide her with the opportunity to assess her own feelings and intentions, free from external pressure. This lets her evaluate whether she is willing to make an effort to keep you in her life or if she is comfortable letting the connection fade away. Often, the outcome becomes crystal clear. Genuine feelings will naturally prompt her to take action, while a lack of deep interest will result in silence. It's as if walking away invites her real intentions to rise to the surface, helping you determine if her feelings are worth your time and energy. This method aligns closely with Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes the importance of seeking truth over illusion. Rather than allowing your desires or hopes for the relationship to cloud your perception, you're focusing on reality, observing her actions to see if they match her words. Stoicism teaches the acceptance of things as they truly are, not as we wish them to be, and in this case, you're embracing the truth of the situation, whatever that truth may be. By letting her actions guide you, rather than relying on assumptions or wishful thinking, you create a foundation rooted in authenticity, respect, and clarity. This approach encourages you to remain at peace with reality, knowing that whatever unfolds is based in truth, allowing you to feel grounded regardless of the outcome. Furthermore, giving her space may even deepen her feelings if they are sincere. In the absence of your presence, she may experience a newfound appreciation for the bond you shared. Without you around, she might find herself reflecting on past memories, realizing the positive impact you had on her life, and acknowledging just how much she values your presence. This time apart can amplify her emotions, making her recognize how important you are to her. If her feelings are genuine, this period of reflection will bring them to the forefront, helping her to understand that she doesn't want to lose you. The beauty of stepping back is that it gives her a chance to fully experience her emotions, leading to a deeper, more authentic connection should she choose to come back into your life. Walking away is not just about creating distance or letting go, it's a powerful means of self-discovery for both of you. By giving her the space to act on her own desires, you gain valuable insight into whether pursuing the relationship aligns with your own values and aspirations. This clarity allows both of you to approach the relationship with open eyes and open hearts. The insights gained during this time of separation can pave the way for a more balanced, genuine partnership built on mutual respect and a real, lasting connection. In essence, walking away becomes a tool for understanding, allowing both of you to reveal your true selves and fostering a relationship based on authenticity, respect, and genuine attraction. This approach empowers you to navigate the relationship from a place of strength, letting truth and self-respect guide you toward a meaningful connection or toward the freedom to move forward with confidence. Ultimately, the act of walking away reinforces your own sense of worth. You're sending a message that you won't settle for a relationship that lacks sincerity or depth. This action shows that you value yourself enough to seek truth and authenticity rather than clinging to an illusion. In doing so, you're not only honoring yourself, but also creating the possibility for a relationship that is mutually fulfilling. This period of separation allows both of you to assess what you truly want, to reflect on the qualities that you each bring to the relationship, and to make decisions rooted in a clearer understanding of what's real. Walking away can be transformative, illuminating her true feelings and strengthening your resolve, ultimately guiding you to the connection that best aligns with your heart and values. Chapter 4. Your value increases. One of the most compelling outcomes of walking away is the increase in your perceived value. By stepping back and making yourself less accessible, you're not merely creating physical distance, you're making a statement about self-worth and respect. When you're no longer readily available, your presence becomes a rarity, something she cannot easily take for granted. This rarity makes you more intriguing and valuable, as human nature dictates that we tend to desire what we can't effortlessly obtain. In relationships, we're often drawn to people who convey self-respect and independence. By choosing to walk away, you're showing that you won't accept just any treatment, signaling that you value yourself too much to settle. This makes you far more attractive, as it shows a kind of strength that can't be faked or forced. As you create distance, she begins to feel the absence of your presence, realizing the unique void you once filled. This isn't just about missing you, it's about recognizing the importance of what you brought into her life. By stepping away, you're demonstrating that your self-worth doesn't depend on her validation or approval. This aligns closely with Stoic philosophy, which teaches that true value comes from within and is not reliant on external praise or acceptance. When you live by this principle, you exude a quiet confidence that is incredibly magnetic. People are naturally drawn to those who are secure in who they are, and by walking away, you display a sense of dignity that's both rare and attractive. It's not arrogance, it's an unshakable sense of self, which can be profoundly captivating. Beyond increasing your allure, this newfound self-worth projects a sense of fulfillment. You're showing her that your life remains rich and meaningful without her constant presence, which sends a powerful message of independence and self-assuredness. This independence signals that you're not looking for someone to complete you or to validate your worth. Instead, you're offering a relationship rooted in strength and stability, free from neediness or insecurity. This completeness makes you infinitely more attractive, as you're demonstrating that you're already whole. This mindset attracts others because they sense that you bring value, stability, and positivity into a relationship, rather than relying on someone else for fulfillment. Moreover, this elevated sense of value fosters a dynamic based on respect rather than dependency. When she sees that she can't control or manipulate your emotions, it positions you as someone who stands firmly by your principles, regardless of her actions. This encourages her to view you with admiration rather than an assumption of control, recognizing that you're someone who maintains a strong sense of self-worth. This respect is fundamental, as it leads to a genuine appreciation of your unique qualities. Stoic wisdom emphasizes that our greatest power lies in remaining unaffected by the opinions or actions of others. By staying rooted in your value, you embody this philosophy, creating an aura of respect and trustworthiness that others find deeply appealing. You become someone she looks up to, not someone she believes she can sway. Walking away doesn't just increase your value in her eyes, it fortifies your sense of self and lays the groundwork for a relationship based on mutual admiration and respect. When she sees that you aren't easily shaken, that you hold firm in your self-worth, her perception of you changes. She begins to view you with a renewed respect and attraction, understanding that your value isn't just about playing hard to get, but about genuinely living in alignment with your self-respect. This self-awareness makes you a rare presence in her life, setting the stage for a relationship built on a solid foundation rather than fleeting attraction or dependency. In essence, your decision to walk away reinforces that your worth isn't conditional. You're living proof of the idea that people are most attractive when they are complete on their own, willing to stand alone if necessary. This choice brings out a higher level of respect as it reveals a depth of character and maturity that cannot be manufactured. Your value is real, rooted in self-knowledge and respect, and this makes you a rarity in her life. By holding onto your worth, you elevate yourself to someone who deserves a meaningful connection, someone who attracts admiration not out of scarcity, but from a genuine place of strength and self-assuredness. Chapter 5. You hold all the power. The moment you choose to walk away, you reclaim your power in a profound and transformative way. In relationships, it's common for individuals to engage in various games or subtly test boundaries to gauge the extent of their influence over each other's emotions and actions. These manipulative tactics are often employed to establish dominance or to elicit specific responses, thereby maintaining a sense of control within the dynamic. However, by consciously deciding not to react impulsively or by resisting the urge to chase after someone who is toying with your feelings, you showcase a remarkable level of self-respect and discipline. This behavior not only sets you apart but also garners admiration from those around you. When you walk away, you are sending a clear message, whether intentional or not, that your sense of self-worth and identity are not contingent upon her approval or attention. This act fundamentally shifts the balance of power in your favor, making it evident that you are not someone who will sacrifice their core values or self-esteem just to maintain a relationship. Holding on to this power is crucial for fostering mutual respect in any relationship. When she observes that you are unwilling to compromise your principles for a temporary or superficial connection, it becomes clear that you possess strong standards and a healthy sense of self-worth. These attributes are not easily swayed by emotional games or transient desires, signaling that you have a solid foundation of values that guide your interactions and decisions. This kind of inner strength is incredibly attractive because it demonstrates that you are secure in your identity and resilient, regardless of her actions or the circumstances surrounding your relationship. Drawing from Stoic philosophy, the concepts of self-mastery and detachment are regarded as the highest forms of strength. By choosing to walk away, you embody these Stoic virtues, projecting a quiet yet powerful confidence that is inherently more magnetic and appealing than any display of desperation or neediness. Moreover, this decision to walk away underscores that your life is fulfilling and balanced even without her presence. It highlights that you have a well-rounded existence and that your happiness and well-being are not solely dependent on a romantic relationship. By standing your ground, you demonstrate a high level of emotional resilience, a trait that is both rare and highly appealing. People are naturally drawn to those who maintain control over their emotions and actions, who remain steadfast and composed even when faced with challenges or external pressures. This powerful stance you take does not imply that you are cold or detached. Rather, it signifies that you are firmly anchored in your values and unwilling to tolerate behavior that compromises your well-being or self-respect. Ultimately, maintaining this power is not about asserting dominance or control within the relationship. Instead, it is about cultivating a dynamic built on mutual respect and equality. By refusing to allow anyone to manipulate your emotions or dictate your actions, you ensure that any connection you form is grounded in genuine respect and appreciation from both parties. This approach reflects a deep-seated confidence and emotional maturity that significantly enhances your attractiveness. It ensures that if she chooses to return, it will be based on a foundation of mutual respect and understanding, rather than on shaky grounds of control or dependency. Walking away can indeed be the most compelling and empowering move you make in a relationship. It shifts the focus back to you, emphasizing your values, your standards, and your unwavering self-respect. This shift not only reinforces your own sense of empowerment, but also sets a precedent for how you expect to be treated in relationships. It communicates that you value yourself highly enough to prioritize your well-being over the temporary satisfaction of keeping someone around. In doing so, you create a healthier, more balanced dynamic where both partners can thrive without the burden of emotional manipulation or power struggles. Ultimately, by holding the power through the simple yet profound act of walking away, you lay the groundwork for more meaningful, respectful, and equitable relationships in your life. Chapter 6. You will become mysterious. Walking away introduces a captivating air of mystery to your personality. When you're no longer readily accessible or predictable, she can't help but feel curious about your thoughts, feelings, and intentions. This element of mystery has a magnetic effect. It sparks her interest and compels her to uncover the parts of you that have become hidden or less accessible. By not always being available, you become a bit of a puzzle, something intriguing and complex that she feels drawn to understand. This mysterious quality significantly increases her attraction because you're no longer just a known quantity. You become someone she has to invest time and effort in understanding, adding a layer of depth to her perception of you. Being mysterious doesn't mean playing mind games or creating unnecessary emotional distance. Instead, it's about embracing the multifaceted layers of your own personality and revealing them gradually, with intention. This slower, more deliberate unfolding of who you are builds suspense and intrigue, making her eager to learn more. Think of it like reading a great novel. Each page reveals something new, leaving her anticipating what comes next. When she can't predict your thoughts or actions, her mind fills in the blanks, often enhancing your allure in her eyes. The sense of mystery you create pulls her deeper into the connection as she becomes increasingly invested in discovering who you truly are. The Stoics recognized the value of not revealing everything about oneself immediately. They believed in the power of maintaining a certain reserve and privacy, understanding that this approach cultivates respect and admiration. By holding back from disclosing all your thoughts and emotions up front, you subtly signal that you possess inner depth and self-restraint. This quiet confidence is captivating. It conveys that you are self-assured and don't need to seek approval or validation. In fact, this restraint adds to your appeal, as she perceives you as someone with a rich inner world who doesn't need to lay everything out for external validation. Mystery introduces an exciting dynamic to any relationship. It shifts the balance, as she finds herself increasingly curious, wondering what's on your mind or what you might be feeling. This intrigue often leads her to analyze her own actions, questioning how they affect you, wondering what you truly think of her, and contemplating if you're thinking about her at all. This suspense keeps the interaction alive, adding layers of interest and excitement. Psychologically, unpredictability sustains engagement and investment as it taps into our natural desire to understand and solve the unknown. In this way, the aura of mystery you cultivate draws her in, making the relationship feel fresh and alive. Moreover, by walking away, you give her the space to imagine and remember who you are in ways that go beyond what she directly observes. She might find herself reflecting on shared experiences, recalling small gestures, and projecting her own idealized thoughts onto you. This process strengthens her attachment as she begins to see you as someone with untold qualities she may not have fully realized before. The absence of constant communication gives her the freedom to fill in these gaps, often enhancing your allure in her mind and making you appear even more attractive. She may find herself wondering about your life outside of her influence, which intensifies her curiosity and desire. Becoming mysterious can also shift her perspective of you in meaningful ways. She may start to see you as someone who is self-sufficient, someone who values his own space and doesn't need constant validation or affirmation. This can be an incredibly powerful image, especially when it contrasts with the neediness or desperation that often detracts from a person's appeal. When she realizes that you have your own priorities, interests, and life outside of the relationship, her respect and attraction for you are likely to deepen. You are no longer someone she can take for granted or easily predict. Rather, you become someone whose presence adds value and whose absence creates a noticeable gap, enhancing the sense of importance she associates with you. Importantly, this strategy isn't about constructing a false image of yourself. It's about preserving your individuality and not giving everything away too soon. By walking away and holding onto a bit of that mystery, you create a magnetic pull, drawing her in as she becomes increasingly interested in discovering what lies beneath the surface. This intrigue keeps her engaged and invested, adding a sense of longevity and depth to the relationship. As she wonders about you and becomes curious to know the true depths of your character, her attraction to you grows naturally, driven by a genuine interest in getting to know the real you. Mystery also gives her the space to miss you, to let her own thoughts and emotions blossom in the quiet moments when you're not around. She may start to replay conversations, recall little details about your interactions, and discover newfound appreciation for the bond you share. By embracing your own complexity and allowing her to gradually uncover who you are, you're not only creating an aura of attraction, but also nurturing a genuine connection based on respect and curiosity. Walking away and embracing a sense of mystery ultimately allows her to experience her own feelings fully, building a stronger, more meaningful bond when she does choose to come closer. In the end, preserving mystery is about honoring your own value. You're sending the message that you're not just an open book, but rather a novel with depth and meaning. This stance makes you someone worth investing in, as she becomes more willing to make an effort to understand you and engage on a deeper level. The allure of mystery becomes a powerful foundation for a relationship that feels dynamic, respectful, and authentically exciting. It allows you to approach the relationship from a place of strength and self-respect, creating a connection built on genuine curiosity and mutual admiration, one that inspires her to continuously discover and appreciate the real you. Chapter 7. She will miss the good times. When you decide to walk away, one of the most profound effects is that she'll start to miss the good times you shared together. Absence creates a unique space where she's left alone with her thoughts, which tend to gravitate toward the fond memories of your time together. It's not just the laughter, comfort, and companionship she'll miss, she'll begin to feel the depth of what she once had. This reflective period can bring clarity to her emotions, making her realize just how meaningful those shared moments truly were. This phenomenon isn't only about missing physical presence, it's about the emotional void left in your absence. Humans are wired to cherish memories that carry warmth and positivity. The moments of connection, understanding, and shared experiences leave a lasting impact on our psyche. Psychologists refer to this as the rosy retrospection effect, the tendency to remember the past in a more favorable light. Your time together becomes a sequence of highlights in her mind, creating a magnetic pull toward you that's hard to ignore. Without the distractions of your current dynamic, she's able to appreciate those qualities that make you unique and that contributed to her happiness. The Stoics, too, understood the art of appreciation through detachment. By removing yourself, you create a scenario in which the other person's attention isn't focused on minor frustrations or misunderstandings. Instead, it centers on the essence of who you are and what you brought into her life. When you're no longer there, she'll start to miss your unique qualities. Maybe it's your sense of humor, your kindness, or the little things you did that made her feel valued. In this way, absence can be a powerful amplifier of appreciation. Moreover, as she reflects on these memories, she may start to realize the deeper emotional connection she had with you. She might notice how safe and understood she felt around you, or how naturally you seemed to click. These are realizations that don't always happen in the moment, but in hindsight, they stand out. Walking away can serve as a trigger for these realizations, as it gives her the time and space to process what you meant to her on an emotional level. This absence can also evoke a strong sense of longing, a feeling of nostalgia that makes her want to experience those moments again. It's a natural human reaction to desire what once brought us joy, especially if it's suddenly no longer accessible. This feeling of nostalgia taps into her emotional core, building a sense of attachment that intensifies with each memory. And with each passing day, that attachment strengthens, making her recognize that the connection she shared with you was truly special. Walking away isn't about manipulation or creating unnecessary distance, it's about providing a moment of clarity. As she misses the good times, she may realize that she's ready to take the relationship more seriously, or that she values the connection more deeply than she initially thought. It's a step back that allows her to truly see your worth, and in doing so, her attraction toward you can increase significantly. By stepping away, you're creating a space where she's left with her own thoughts, memories, and feelings. And in that space, she may come to the powerful realization that the relationship wasn't just another connection, it was unique, meaningful, and perhaps worth investing in again. By understanding the psychology behind walking away, you're able to approach relationships from a place of confidence and self-respect. These 7 steps help you maintain control, reveal her true feelings, and enhance your attraction effortlessly. When you're willing to walk away, it shows that you respect yourself and won't settle for less than a meaningful connection. If you found this episode helpful, please like, subscribe, and share your experiences in the comments below. Remember, the power to control your own life and emotions is in your hands. Keep watching for more insights on relationships and psychology, and until next time, stay confident.